This is my 1996 Suzuki DR350. I traded up to this bike from a 97 XR200R, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. Mechanically, everything works nicely, and 350 cc's is a lot more than I'm used to. It's got a headlight, a taillight, and all the symptoms of it being a 30-year-old motorcycle. This handguard's seen a few too many falls, and so is that sticker there behind it. Also, seems like the exhaust has discolored this rear fender. While a DR350 might not be the perfect bike for what I'm looking to do with it, it's the one I've got. It's in a much better shape for it than my old Honda was. I think with a couple of upgrades that I have planned for it, it could become a very good trail riding bike. A lot of fun to bring camping. Now, I've only been riding for a couple months, but as soon as I got my first bike, I immediately realized what I wanted to do. And that's build an off-road capable adventure bike that I can bring with me camping. I go camping a lot, and typically I take my truck, but a truck just can't really get in the same places that a dirt bike can. And this 350 is a whole lot more fun to drive than a Tundra. The only real problem that I've come across with it so far is the smoke. As I'm sure you can see, once it heats up, it wants to smoke like a freight train. I've got plans to do a full adventure build with this DR350, starting with the engine rebuild. The only problem being, I don't have much experience with building engines. And admittedly, while I have even less experience making YouTube videos, I think it'd still be fun to make a log and bring people with me. Now, as nice as I'm sure these newer bikes are, I just don't have the money to pour into the hobby. And besides, I like the older look. These old enduro bikes are awesome. Really, all I want is a sturdy and capable pack mule I can bring off-road to carry all my camping gear with. One of the main things I'd like to upgrade would be these disc brakes. They're a little too out in the open for my comfort. I've seen online you can get aluminum protectors that go over them, kind of like shields, so that gravel can't get in there and tear them up or bend your brakes, which I definitely can't have. The plastics are also old and original. It could use a good freshening up. This side decal's worn off. And while it is nice to have a headlight, and I do love the vintage enduro look of this one, it's just not bright enough. My old bike didn't have a headlight, or a taillight, or a working rear shock. It was about 50 pounds lighter and I took it everywhere. My old XR200R was a good bike. It was perfect to learn on, and I wrecked it more times than I remember. But I was due for an upgrade, and I think this 350 is going to suit me just fine. Well, at least once I get it to stop smoking so much. Well, that about wraps up everything I had to talk about today. Or I guess this will be episode 0 of the bike build. Feel free to tag along for future videos if you're into dirt bike videos like me. I'm thinking in the next one I'm going to go ahead and get the engine torn down so we can get started on the rebuild process. Got a lot to learn. I'm really excited to get started with it. And yeah, tag along for more adventures.